he's always a little bit earlier that you know that he's a bit more suffering to the right. A little bit. Yeah. Now the main thing is that you, when you're flexing him to the right, you keep the outside. It doesn't mean you make it to your body the outside, just maintaining. Go. So now you make him a little bit more active like last week, so like to let him swing in. The idea is like thinking of medium, but not always doing it, Tamara. You have to feel like you get more high, yeah, not that you feel like it's a medium trot, it's just swinging. You have to really combine your leg aids, your seat, your hand, just this little bit. That he not always thinks it has to be always medium, but just this little bit idea of go. Yes. Yes. That's it. Better. That's it. No? Then you feel like he opens his outside shoulder, but you can do little half foot that he's a little bit more using his body or his back and not to swing. Yes. So there will be always that you feel like, but if I make him more active, he wants to go. Yes. And not always thinking, yes, but if he goes, then it's almost lengthening. But this is now where you have to make it a little bit that even in a normal trot he has, or to get him to the point in a normal trot to have the same swing what he would have in the lengthening. It's not easy because no, he has not this, but you can just see when you do sometimes lengthening, there's much more swing. Yeah. The difficult part is now to get him into the normal trot, a bit more swinging. You can do it, but it's always a little bit, but you have to be really consistent and really clear to give him enough impulsion, but enough half hold that he has a bit more air time. Do still some transition either into walk, into hold, just that you feel off into the downward transition that you're keeping his balance. So Probably not quite straight, but was square. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yes. It's just, I think, sometimes now the straightness, but the transitions are better. Remember, more transition you are doing, more you're keeping his attention and you're making him more onto his quarter. Yes, you're closing it. So you increase a bit the activity even if you do a lot of transitions, because you make it more on the quarter. And then you can always see how he wobbles and losing his balance or not to make it better. Yeah. But always feel like I found you do it quite well now to go really to the outside rein or have almost counter flexion, because this is where you get him onto the both reins. But now if you feel you have him on the left rein, now keep your left hand closer to the right and flexing him more to the right. That you really say, what is flexion? Inside eye, inside nostril. But if you would feel you lose, yes, there. That is still the point. No, you can't ignore it just to go always to the outside rein. Yes, the almost counterflexion is a good thing, but then if you have almost counterflexion, but then your left hand kind of almost crosses over, almost. That you but that you make a clear flexion. If he would resist, that should not be your problem. Then you know if you're flexing him to the right, this is where he's not accepting the outside rein good enough. Yep. This is just the right thing to do is, of course, you go sometimes counter-flexing, but you can't always stay the whole way. Only until you feel he's on both reins, more or less even. Same like there, on the left, I always say to you, there you can think a little bit more of counter-flexing, but what I want you to do that you can release the bit in the mouth to the right and keeping his left hock a little bit to the right when you do counter-flexing him. Just a little bit. That he doesn't grab kind of sometimes the right bit in the mouth. So. Yeah. So. Yeah. Good. But you can see the grabbing of the bit in the mouth. Look, he will be probably forever always strong on the right hand. No, this is his, but no, he looks not much better as he ever was. It's just you have to make it at home better and better and better. Not always feel like it has to be better, it has to be better. You make it better. Because even if he's not so good, you can always later in a test kind of, I'm not saying hiding it, but you can actually don't let anybody know. Yeah. Here you have to just work on yourself. And remember, he has to be around your right leg a little bit more to accept the left rein, to release the inside in. So, and then you feel even on the second line now, flexing him, but bring them a little bit his left hind leg in. But you have to flexing him a bit firmer to the right. Yes, and keep your left hand to the right. And you bring the cord, yes, but you maintain the that's it. You had it for a few steps. Yeah. This is a little bit where no, we talked about when he says a little bit traverse thinking. You have to do it now first, though, on a circle line. Flex a bit more, clearly flexion, and then the left hind leg in. Has to be almost together. But your body, your upper body should not lean to the left, remember. If you lean to the left, you can't bring the quarter in, or the left hind leg in. It's about, I want to see actually more bending from him. It's not about the quarter in, it's about the bend. Oh! Yeah! Yes! It's not about that he grabs sometimes the right bit, but it's not anymore as bad as it was.
No.
That is just the point. You will never get it perfect. No, you only get it closer to it, but never perfect. Perfect is the illusion. But you go always closer to it, and then if you go somewhere on the long side, you can keep the same position. But it's all about thinking you write a circle line from the shoulder. Yes, there, see there. Remember, you have to feel, if you use your outside leg, that just the quarter comes in, not that he grabs then the bit. And the right shoulder to the left, flexing, 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 flexing. No, you have to loosen him more. No, flexing, 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 and the quarter in, quarter in, quarter in, quarter in. With your left way, yeah, doesn't matter, good. And so, no, that's better you respond like this, as always kicking and kicking and kicking.
Yeah.
Come, you have to make him respond. Lift your left shoulder, sit on your right side, heel down right. Use your left leg, but flexing him, flexing him, flexing him. Good, flexing him, but quarter in, flexing him, but quarter in. Yeah, better. And then you straighten him. You have to see that you don't do it round by round by round. That has to be so correct that you do it, say, for a quarter of a circle, half a circle. No, because otherwise it takes, it's too long for him. On this side will be easier. Yes. So now on this side, stay on a circle. Then you're saying to yourself again, thinking of traverse, quarter in, but feel like that he is more supple on the right way. On this side, you don't need too much flexion, remember? Because if you ask on this side too much, then you don't show evenness. You can flex him to the left, but it's more about now the half foot right and the quarter in. But not too much. See, can you see how quick he responds there? And you have to tell yourself, I want the same response now. He's better on this side because he is much more supple there.
Yep.
This is always so. But you don't flexing him more because he does it. Just feel like the quarter comes a bit in. So, he finds it easier. So, because then you know on the left side you don't have to repeat as much so long you're happy and it's acceptable. No?